Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into the wisdom of a plant that is as profoundly healing as it is beautiful, the lotus. We're going to uncover how this absolute cornerstone of traditional wellness holds some pretty surprising answers for our modern health challenges. So, let's get started. This classic saying just perfectly captures the whole essence of the lotus. It really speaks to its deep symbolic importance, this reputation for purity and resilience, and its incredible ability to thrive completely unstained, even when it's rooted in mud. This one idea is really the key to understanding its role in both culture and medicine.
In Chinese culture, the lotus isn't just another pretty flower. Oh no, it's revered as the flower of the superior person, or the gentleman. And this isn't just some flowery poetry. This noble character is actually believed to be directly linked to its powerful healing properties. So in our first section, we're going to explore exactly what that means. We'll see how this deep cultural significance really provides the foundation for understanding the lotus's medicinal value.
Okay, so check out this table. It breaks down a famous essay called On the Love of the Lotus by a scholar named Zhu Dunyi. He contrasted the lotus with other popular flowers of his time. So you had the chrysanthemum, which he said symbolized the hermit. Then there was the peony, representing wealth and honor, loved by pretty much everyone. But the lotus, he argued the lotus was for the gentleman, admired for its pure, unwavering moral character.
Now, let's see how all that symbolism translates into actual, practical use. We're going to start with one of the most nourishing parts of the plant, the potent little lotus seed.
In traditional Chinese medicine, the lotus seed has this really specific name, the spleen's fruit. Now, in this system, the spleen is the powerhouse that governs digestion and turns our food into energy. So, calling it the spleen's fruit is a huge deal. It basically means the lotus seed is considered the primary food for strengthening our entire digestive system and building up our core energy.
A perfect example of this in action is this foundational wellness recipe, 4-spirit soup, or Si Shen Tang. And as you can see, the core ingredients are so simple, but so powerful. You've got lotus seeds, poria, Chinese yam, and ureali seed. And it's often cooked with pork to create this wonderfully savory, nourishing broth.
Don't let its gentle nature fool you. This soup has an incredibly wide range of benefits. It's known to support everything from digestion and kidney health to reducing water retention. It really is a fantastic year-round wellness soup for the whole family.
But lotus seeds aren't just for savory dishes. Here we have a classic sweet soup. It combines the seeds with silver ear fungus, lily bulb, and red dates for what is just a beautiful and incredibly nourishing dessert.
The benefits here are quite different, but just as important. This soup is prized for nourishing the lungs and really hydrating the body. And that silver ear fungus, in particular, is just packed with natural collagen, which makes this a go-to for soothing joints and promoting that healthy, glowing skin.
Okay, so now let's move from the seed to another part of the plant entirely. We're shifting our focus to the powerful lotus root, which has its own very distinct properties, especially when it comes to our circulation.
There's this fantastic story about this from the Song Dynasty. Picture this. A royal cook is preparing a dish with pig's blood, and he accidentally drops some lotus root peel into the mixture. Well, to his total surprise, the blood wouldn't coagulate. And that little accident taught physicians that lotus root had the power to break blood stasis. So, what exactly is blood stasis? Well, it's the traditional concept for what we today would probably just call poor circulation. You can think of it as blood that's become thick, sluggish, or obstructed. It's just not flowing smoothly through the body like it should. In this ancient understanding, it naturally leads to a really compelling modern question. If this food was known for helping with stuck blood, what kind of applications might it have for the circulatory issues so many of us face today? Things like high cholesterol or blood clots. This is exactly where that ancient wisdom meets modern curiosity. Okay, here's a little kitchen tip from me to you. When you're making the classic lotus root and pork rib soup, try adding a small piece of dried squid. Now, I know it might sound a little unusual, but it introduces this incredible depth of savory, umami flavor that completely transforms the dish. Trust me, it's a total game changer. And now for our grand finale. We're going to look at one of the most legendary recipes featuring lotus seeds, the famous 8-treasure porridge. And boy, does it have a dramatic origin story.
So, the legend starts with a man named Zhu Yanzheng, long before he founded the Ming Dynasty and became emperor. He was just a general on the losing side of a battle, starving, desperate, and hiding from his enemies.
While he's desperately searching for anything to eat, he stumbles upon a mouse's burrow. He reaches inside, and instead of a mouse, he pulls out this absolute treasure trove of stored grains and seeds. Millet, red beans, peanuts, basically the mouse's entire winter stash.
He cooked these scavenged ingredients into a simple porridge, and it literally saved his life. Years later, as emperor, he never forgot that meal. He told his royal chefs to recreate it, but this time refining it with more luxurious ingredients like lotus seeds and longan, turning a simple survival meal into an imperial delicacy.
The dish that came out of that is just a powerhouse mix of complementary ingredients. You've got grains, beans, nuts, and of course our lotus seeds, all brought together to create this rich, complex, and deeply, deeply nourishing meal. Ultimately, this porridge is so much more than just a tasty dish. It's really considered a complete wellness meal. It's famous for building strength and aiding digestion, which makes it especially fantastic for growing kids or really anyone who needs a good nutritional boost.
All right, let's bring all of this together and see how this amazing ancient wisdom can find a place in your own kitchen.
So as we've seen, the lotus offers this remarkable dual approach to wellness. Its seeds give us nourishing power, building our core energy through soups both sweet and savory, and at the same time, its root offers a cleansing power, promoting healthy circulation. It really is a complete and versatile ally for our health.
And that leaves us with a final thought. You know, exploring the story of the lotus really shows us how much wisdom can be packed into just a single ingredient. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other ancient secrets and powerful remedies might already be hiding in plain sight, right there in your own kitchen?